Ooh. Yes, I try to pack as much thoughts as possible into these videos, because later on when I will watch them again, I want to know what I was thinking about, going on about at this very special time of my life. So now it's basically about having published books, and now that, one of those books had a preview on and now they erased it. I checked a few times. Is it still erased? Yes, it is. So the other parcel I'm waiting for really is the one, again, with my God's Fool fashion brand. So after that, I really am free to go to any lake or river. But the thing is, it's not a real hot kind of summer, and it makes a lot of kind of sense to go out. It's rather like autumn already, kind of rainy, a lot of mist. So it's like, is this a mushroom as well? Yes. The bottom side, it's got killed. Yeah. So I'm sort of, I'm really proud. I did these books this year, so now I can relax. I haven't really been working on the movie script. I just added one more picture, and then changed a few things here and there. And now the first 3 sequences are ready. So it's like 1, maybe 5 pages. So they say, what do they say, a page a minute in movie? So my page is much more cramped because I'm explaining about the movement of the camera, and I'm explaining about the weather that I would like to see, because when starting with Aurora Borealis in the dark, it matters that, like, the following drive through Germany is darkish, and it's kind of like a dark sky because of the storm, So I need to explain. So as she gets back more and more to where she stems from, kind of, Switzerland, of course, Zurich, the town I know best so far. The weather will get better and better. So you don't really see, it's like, it must be December for Aurora Borealis in the dark. Maybe until January, I'm not sure. But then it's like summer. When she gets here, she will be on the lake and swimming in the lake. So the time frame is like imaginary. Everything is real in this movie script, except like the time. I make the smoking grass experience to be felt by the viewer. So also there is a little bit of trickery involved to do that. Not like I'm showing a hallucinatory kind of animation because of them being on kind of a drug. No. I do it with real good means. Some science involved, some audiovisual knowledge involved, and the trickery is kind of it's visual, but it's also out in the open. It's not like, and it's not, as I said, it's not like any kind of a video with a lot of effects and you go like, oh, get lost. No. It's interwoven in the scene. So you hardly realize until you realize And what you realize is not the actual trickery, because people are so much like 80% visual. So whatever I do with sound isn't recognized by the viewer as being a modulation, you know, of sound, and thereby of his state of mind. Yeah, as I said, I want to make the viewer experience the trip the people are on within themselves, not just look at it, but go through it with their own emotions. So by that you need a bit this binaural beat science thing, and you need a bit of audiovisual knowledge, like, you know, human psychology and stuff, and that one intermixed creates the effect. Yes, by now I'm hot and I need to get rid of the sweater. Here is our midway bench. I'm still a bit weak, but I'm not in pain anymore. I love it. You know, as soon as I get better, life really makes a lot of sense all of a sudden. At home I was like, oh, people, can't you please buy my bullshit? Like the mattress and the bike and all these things. I was like on the brakes myself. I was slowing down because I felt pain, and so I was kind of just doing what came easy. So I was eating canned food, the supplements I couldn't take. I got down into the celery and I got them up. So now, because they said it'll be a hot day, I put the supplements into the cellar. But yeah, I also did the dish washing, and I washed the dishes, like the pot I used yesterday, the fork and the spoon. Not much, but I'm not really fond of doing these things, so I'd rather have like one way, you know, not plastics but bamboo sort of thingies. Use them once and throw them away whenever I feel like it. I'm really not into doing any dish washing. And then, so that was kind of already a lot of doing. Then I felt sort of, oh, I need to sit. But then I went outside and I took the flower leaves from the Ringelblumen. Roundabout flower, kind of. It's a yellow flower, yellow leaves. Then I took some lemon balm, not much, because they need to grow. The leaves are small like this, in between my fingers, not from fingernail to fingernail. So they're really small. But I took some peppermint that was growing hidden within the grass. So that one was good. Then I did a test. So I glued some of the leaves onto a paper with 2 different kinds of glue. So one glue would leave some stains and wouldn't really be able, it's a hard stick, so that one can't go on these delicate leaves. So I threw that one away. Then I kind of tested the liquid glue, and that one is recommended for gluing like everything, leather, plastics, wood. So that one went really well, but I found out, you know, doing these movements with glue and smelling the glue even isn't really what I'm into. So then I threw it away. Just wrote the letter to a monk and I glued some other leaves onto the paper for him. But then I checked the chains that I had bought two kinds, about the same thickness of wire, and two sizes like the chains are. So then I found out that it's kind of heavy, that material. It's stable, it will last, but on these plastics of the laminated leaves, it probably is like breaking the plastic if I put a lot of those plastics interlinked with a ring of those chains together. So then I thought, okay, let's make two necklaces with those chains, and I prepared them. One will be 3 rounds, the other one 2 rounds, and then I prepared the other chain so that I would have the rings, the parts, separate parts of the chain separated already, so that I can put the leaves onto that Goyer statement jewelry that I'm gonna fabricate. So that one is set. And then the laminating I didn't start because I want to wait really until winter, so that between those plastics, when it's laminated and they stay there for a life, they don't get mold. So even between two plastics, when there is water, it can change the outlook of the leaves. I don't want that. I don't want to kind of experience any, like rotten, like it's not art. It's not a art Goyer and you've got it mold and rotten in a year. So, I can do 1 or 2 like these. Groovy, sort of emo, darkish versions. And I even got some peppermint with holes. So that one will exist. There will be a Vanitas Goyer. So one of them then will be really Hawaiian style and the other one will be Scandinavian style. So yeah, another band. Ooh. That's the way it looks like. Like you go like this, and then you turn over there, and then you go like that. You're down here. There is a lot of, we call it needle bends, because it's like actually a hair needle, we call it, bend. So up the mountains, when the cars go like this, S curves, we call it needle bends, hair needle bends.